All right, now Zelda has been delayed till 2016. And there's a lot of people out there that think it is a good idea to just have this game either be cross-platform with a Wii U and NX or just strictly move to an NX title. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this is not a good idea. Now, it might sound like a good idea in the short term. Oh, the NX has an excellent launch title at launch, blah, blah, blah. It might sound good on paper, might sound good in the short term, but in the long term, it's actually not that good of an idea. Now, people will want to use the Twilight Princess thing as an example. Well, look what happened with Twilight Princess. It launched on the GameCube, it launched on the Wii, and sold good on both. But here's the thing that you guys are missing here. The original Wii wasn't selling like hotcakes at launch because Twilight Princess was a launch title. It was selling like that because of Wii Sports. Now, that game would have sold well if it was on the Wii or the GameCube. Matter of fact, we were pretty much pressured into buying the Wii version of Twilight Princess because they pushed the GameCube version back about a month after the other version, and we wasn't about to buy that version a month later if we were buying the console anyway, so we ended up buying it. But Twilight Princess as a whole was not pushing Wii's. That was Wii Sports. Now, the reason why it's not a good idea to either push this game back or make this game an NX title is pretty obvious. First of all, there's a lot of people out there that bought Wii U's just to play this Zelda. So not even releasing it on the Wii U is pretty much a slap in the face and almost false advertisement. Now, releasing it on both isn't as bad, but at the same time, it kind of still is. Like, you bought a system for this and then you get the inferior version also. No. Zelda, the Wii U Zelda, needs to stay on Wii U. The NX needs to get its own Zelda title. Now, you guys probably like, well, how is that going to affect the NX in a negative way if it's on both? Well, that game being on the NX, period, is actually going to push the real Zelda that comes out for the NX back even further. And we've seen this happen with Twilight Princess. You see, Twilight Princess was originally a GameCube Zelda game that was just moved to the original Wii as a launch title. So, according to Nintendo, we had our Zelda fix at launch, so we had to wait until the end of the freaking generation before we got our actual Zelda game on the Wii. And what happened? The game came out so late into the generation that it was, even though the install base was the biggest a Nintendo system has ever had, it sold the least amount. And why is that? It's because it released at the end of the generation where niggas was just worried about the new system that had already been announced. Zelda games need to come out way before the next system is already being announced, talked about, and showed. That was part of the reason why this game didn't sell that well. And if they do the same thing, porting this Wii U Zelda over to the NX, we're probably not going to see the NX Zelda until the end of the generation, where people are already talking about the next system or already seen the next system, worried about the next system. Look what happened with the Wind Waker HD. If that hadn't have come out, we probably would have already had Zelda on the Wii U. And you guys might want to try and say that doing something like that doesn't take away resources or time, but that's ignorant. Of course it does. It's the main Zelda team working on that, and they were working on it for quite a while. They worked on that game because they said that the WiiU Zelda was going to take a while, and for them to have made that game just to tide us over for it to not even come to the Wii U, that's crazy. This game needs to stay on the Wii U. Zelda needs its own Wii U. I'm sorry, Wii U needs its own Zelda. NX needs its own Zelda. Period.